Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. You can attempt the quiz in this app and you can read detailed explanation. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. We have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Now, let's start. Which country has launched a hotline to report online defamatory comments done by historical nihilists? So first thing first, this is done by CCP, that is Chinese Communist Party. So anyone who do not agree with CCP or who do not agree with the views of CCP is considered as historical nihilism. That means who do not agree with the actions of CCP in the past or their description of past events. Now, China has launched a separate hotline to report such online comments which tend to defend the ruling government party, that is Chinese Communist Party. Please note that this year CCP is celebrating 100th anniversary. Recently, China was also in news because of Ganbala radar station. So, China opened its 5G signal base at world's highest radar station, and this is Ganbala radar station. Next question is, which movie won the British Academy of Film and Television Arts Best Picture Award? So, Nomadland won the Best Picture Award at BAFTA Awards. BAFTA stands for British Academy of Film and Television Arts. And Chloe Zhao, a Chinese filmmaker, became the second woman and became the first woman of color to win the BAFTA Award for Best Director for the movie Nomadland. The Best Actor award was given to Anthony Hopkins and Best Actress award was given to Frances McDormand. Next question is, what is the original name of Antarctica's Doomsday Glacier, which was in news recently? So the original name is Thwaites Glacier. It is in Antarctica and it is also known as Doomsday Glacier. So as you can see, this is the geographical location of this glacier. This is Antarctica, this is South Pole. So why it was in news? Because as per the researchers, this glacier is melting at a very higher rate than it was originally thought. And this glacier is so large that it contains enough water to raise the world sea level by more than half a meter. Next question is, with reference to the process of vaccination, what is the full form of AEFI? So AEFI stands for Adverse Events Following Immunization. That means these are the events that may occur after immunization. Now, in the context of COVID vaccination, recently this term was in use, AEFI, that is Adverse Events Following Immunization. Apart from that, recently, Subject Expert Committee recommended the emergency use of Sputnik vaccine. This is a vaccine by Russia. Now, DCGI, that is Drug Controller General of India, is going to consider this recommendation. DCGI is under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The other two vaccines which are already approved are Covishield and Covaxin. Recently, Sonu Sood was appointed as the vaccine ambassador by Punjab government. Recently, Punjab was in news because of Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So, this is also known as Amritsar massacre, and it is in news because this event or this massacre happened on 13th of April in 1919. So, this year we commemorated 102nd anniversary of this massacre. Recently, Punjab was also in news as Punjab government announced that they will pay MSP, that is minimum support price, directly to the farmers. As of now, MSP is provided to the farmers through adhatis. These are known as commission agents. Next question is, Commerce and Industry Minister launched Trade Facilitation mobile app of which office? So this is an app of DGFT. What is DGFT? It is Directorate General of Foreign Trade and DGFT is under Commerce Ministry. So this app will provide artificial intelligence based assistance and all the services of DGFT. Recently, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal was also in news as he launched eSanta app or eSanta platform for marine products. Now with the help of this platform, the farmers can sell their produce on this portal. Now for the promotion of marine products, we have MPEDA, that is Marine Products Export Development Authority, and this is under Commerce Ministry. Now MPEDA have one center and it is National Center for aquaculture. Recently, Commerce Ministry was also in news as it notified rules for copyright. Please note that copyright regime in our country is governed by two regulations. One is Copyright Act of 1957 and second is Copyright Act of 2013. Next question is, what is the name of movement to be launched by the Health Minister to emphasize on nutritionally balanced diet? So the name of this movement is Ahar Kranti. Objective is to provide information about nutritionally balanced diet. Mission of this motto is good diet, good cognition. So this program will train teachers, and then these teachers will teach the students and their families the significance of balanced nutritional diet. Now, in the context of nutrition, government already launched Poshan Abhiyan, and September month is celebrated as Poshan Mah. Apart from that, recently 16th of March to 31st of March was celebrated as Poshan Pakhwada. Now, in the context of nutrition, we have National Council on Nutrition. Answer in comment box who is the chairperson of this council. Now, when I ask some question, so as a viewer, it is your responsibility to answer that. It is going to help you. You will be able to recall it or remember it for a longer period of time. But nowadays, students need everything ready-made. So if a question is asked, they will scroll in the comment section and then they will see and take a screenshot. This is similar to those persons who think that if I will go to the gym and if I will see a fit person, I will be fit also. So good luck. Anyways, coming to the main point. So for elderly person, recently government launched a different initiative. It is Poshan Abhiyan for elderly person, and it has been launched by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Now, in the context of nutrition, recently a report was in news. It is Global Food Policy Research. Global Food Policy Report. So this report is published by International Food Policy Research Institute. And the theme of this year's report is Transforming Food Systems After COVID-19. Next question is, which international body has given note to IMF, that is International Monetary Fund, for issue of fresh SDR. SDR stands for Special Drawing Rights. So this has been done by G20. G20 is a group of advanced economies. Recently, Finance Ministry of G20 members have given their approval to IMF for issuing of fresh SDR amounting to $650 billion to G20 member countries. Please note that SDR is neither a currency nor a claim on IMF. The value of SDR is decided on the basis of basket of currencies, and this basket of currencies include dollar of USA, euro, Japanese yen, pound sterling, and Chinese renminbi. So why this approval for fresh SDR was given? This was given because in corona situation, all the low income countries are facing financial crisis. So this new decision will help to boost the reserve of all countries, and therefore it is going to benefit especially the low income countries so that they do not feel distressed because of this pandemic situation. Next question is, as per recent data, the population of which species has doubled in Chilika Lake? So it is the population of dolphins. Chilika Lake is in the state of Odisha, and this Chilika Lake is the India's largest brackish water lagoon. It is known for Irrawaddy dolphins. Now, recently one dolphin sanctuary was in news, and it is Vikramshila Ganga Dolphin Sanctuary. It is in state of Bihar. Next question is, Artemis program is undertaken by which organization? So it is related to NASA. It is NASA's manned mission to the moon. That means NASA is going to send its human beings to moon, and it will land the first person of color on moon and the first woman on the moon as a part of mission in 2024. Recently, NASA was also in news because of Odyssey. So Odyssey is a mission of NASA for Mars. Recently, it was in news because it completed 20 years. So it was launched in 2001, and this Odyssey mission detected large amount of hydrogen on Mars. NASA is a space agency of USA. Recently, NASA was also in news because of UAE space program. So UAE is United Arab Emirates. Recently, it announced first female astronaut. So the name of first female astronaut is Nora Al-Matroshi. So she is the first female astronaut of UAE. Apart from that, one more astronaut was announced by UAE and his name is Mohammed Al-Molla. So these two astronauts of UAE will get special space training at the Johnson Center of NASA. And this Johnson Space Center is in Houston. Recently, UAE was also in news because Indian business tycoon Yusuf Ali MA got the top civilian award in UAE. Recently, one more space initiative was in news, and it is a space initiative by SpaceX. SpaceX is a private company headed by Elon Musk. So recently, SpaceX announced 4-member crew for the world's first all-civilian Earth orbiter mission, and the name of this mission is Inspiration 4. Next question is, what is the overall capex, that is capital expenditure, by 37 large central public sector enterprises and government departments for fiscal year 2021? So it is 4.6 lakh crore. This was the combined capital expenditure by 37 large central public sector enterprises and departmental undertakings. The capital expenditure target was 5 lakh crore. Now, among these entities, NHAI, that is National Highway Authority of India, was the largest investor with capex. See, first thing first, what is capital expenditure? So, if you spend money for the acquisition of, say, assets, that means if your money is used for long-term purpose, then it is capital expenditure. On the other hand, if you are using money for day-to-day operations, then it is revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure are short-term expenses and they are recurring in nature generally. Recurring means they occur on regular intervals. So, coming back to the original point, NHAI is the largest investor, and for the first time, it has overtaken Indian Railways. So, this is important point because for the first time, in terms of capital expenditure, NHAI has overtaken Indian Railways. NHAI is National Highway Authority of India. It is under Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. So, capex of NHAI was 1.25 lakh crore. The capex of Indian Railways was 1.24 lakh crore. IOC, that is Indian Oil Corporation, was on third position. Its capex was 30,000 crores. Next question is, which institute has launched the Little Guru app? So, recently ICCR, that is Indian Council for Cultural Relations, celebrated its 71st Foundation Day. And at the celebrations in Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center at the Indian Embassy in Beijing, the Little Guru app was also launched. This is the world's first gamified Sanskrit learning app. Answer in comment box whether Sanskrit is a part of language mentioned in the 8th schedule or not. ICCR was founded in 1950 and it was founded by Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. He was the first education minister of independent India. Swami Vivekananda represented India and represented Hinduism at the Parliament of World's Religion, and this was the first such event it held in 1893. This was the first World's Parliament of Religion. It held in 1893 and it held in Chicago. Please note that the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda is on 12th of January and in our country it is celebrated as National Youth Day. Chicago is in USA. Recently USA was in news because of JCPOA, that is Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. It is also known as Iran nuclear deal. Recently Iran was in news because of uranium enrichment. First thing first, why USA was in news because of JCPOA? Because during the regime of Donald Trump, USA decided to quit this JCPOA. This deal was signed to prevent Iran from making nuclear weapons. Now, USA is out of this agreement and USA has reimposed sanctions on Iran. So now to pressurize other members, Iran has started working on nuclear weapons, or Iran has restarted working on nuclear weapons, and that is why recently Natanz nuclear facility in Iran was in news because of uranium enrichment. This nuclear facility was also in news as recently Iran blamed Israel for attack on this nuclear facility. Recently, Iran was also in news because of its 25 years agreement with China. Recently, China was in news because of Uyghurs. These are the Muslim minority in China. Recently, Japan announced that it may join Five Eyes Alliance to restrict China's actions against Uyghur Muslims. Five Eyes Alliance is a grouping of intelligence sharing, and it is a grouping of 5 countries. These 5 countries are Australia and New Zealand, UK, US and Canada. Recently, Japan was also in news because of Fukushima nuclear power plant. Actually, this nuclear power plant was in news recently. So what is this entire story? See, in 2011, this nuclear power plant was devastated because of earthquake and tsunami. Now, Japanese government has approved a plan, and as per the plan, the radioactive water from this nuclear power plant will be treated and then it will be released in ocean. So that is why a lot of activists are opposing this decision of Japanese government. They are saying that this radioactive water, even after treatment, may have harmful ramifications on the ocean water. So that is why this Fukushima nuclear power plant was in news. It is in Japan. So these were the most important questions. Now, if you want to attempt questions, please do attempt them. If you don't want to attempt them, please do not attempt. Thank you.